Okay, so let's start our book. This is your basic painter's paper that they use for masking off edges. And this one is 6 inches wide from here to here. And it's real thin, but it has a little bit of a waxy coat on it. So I'm going to lay it out. And we already know it's 6 inches wide, and we know we need that. We need a 14-inch length. So I'm going to take my T-square, lay it on to 14, make sure I have it all the way to the edge. Now if you have a paper cutter, that's fine too. Okay. Okay, so now I have my paper, and I'm going to fold it in half. This is where you want to just make sure you get your folds straight. You don't want your paper to get goofy, like so, when it's not lined up. That's going to make your book have uneven pages. So lay your paper in front of you and make sure you have a nice straight fold. Now you can use a bone folder. I prefer the pencil. Sometimes the yellow pencil will discolor white paper, so if you use white paper like wrapping paper for this, then you want to be careful of that. Okay, so this is called scoring your folds. Anytime that you run a object onto your fold, it makes it nice and crisp and sharp, and that's important in any origami type folds. Okay, so we have it folded in half. Now we're going to fold it again. You can fold it back to itself, or you can fold it into the center, whatever you like. Just try to again be really pretty precise getting that straight. Okay, so I'm folding it, and I'm folding your nice sharp edge. Now I'm going to fold that other one back also to the edge. Score it. Okay. Now we're going to do it again. One more time for each side. Score it. And then fold that one back. And my pages are going to be a tad bit off, but I am by no means a origami expert. I just like these little books. I like books in general, and they make great little gifts. Okay, so what we have here is we've folded it so that we have, I'll unfold it so you can see. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 folds on this paper. We folded it in half again, and then in half one more time. And then we unfold it. Now we want to do the fan fold where it goes forward, backward, forward, backward. So we're going to take our folds and go back, forward, back, forward, reversing some of those folds you made. If they're scored, they're going to be real easy to turn around. Okay, so now I have a fan fold. You can see where that fan fold is back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Okay, like an accordion. Alright, is everyone with me? Okay. Now we're going to take each corner, lay your paper in front of you like a book. Let me scoot that in. Okay, you're going to lay it in front of you like a book. You're going to fold the top corner back to a point. Okay, and do the same thing on the bottom. Pick that corner, turn it here so I'm facing the same direction as you. And folding it back so that that makes a nice point right there. Okay, so that diagonal and the edge of the paper is the edge of your book right here. Okay, and we open it up. Alright, fold that down to the center line again. A little off there. Okay. Fold the bottom one upward. Try to keep it at a point. Going really slow so I don't lose you. Okay. Turn the page just like if it was a book. Like your dog earing. You know how some people, when they read and wherever they stop to mark their spot where they've left off, they will dog ear, bend a corner of the page down. You're not supposed to do that 'cause it's not good for the book. But we're doing that here so we can make our inserts for our book, for our pages to go into. So I have the top and bottom folded up, and the top folded down. Now I'm turning the page again. Let's see, I'll go right here. So the whole thing. Okay, so I'm turning the page. I'm going to keep doing that. That one's turned down. That one's turned up. Okay, turning the page. Turn this one down. It's your last one. Okay. And that's your last one on the bottom. Okay. So now what you have is it essentially all folded with your corners turned up, so it kind of is a diamond shape, each page. There's that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, so now carefully unfold it. Careful not to rip your pages. Unfold, unfold, unfold. Unfold, unfold. Okay, and wherever we have these here is where we're going to be changing the direction of those so that each one goes inward. So we go in, poke it inward with your finger and reverse that fold so that it's going in like so instead of out. So see how this one is? We're going to reverse it, poke it down and reverse that fold. Kind of play with it with your finger till you can get it right on that fold you already had. See how then you got it in? Inward. Okay. Keep doing that for your all three of them. poke it down the finger so it goes inward. Okay, kind of like a mouth and inward. Just that one side that's kind of iffy. So this one, the bottom, inward. So we get this fold to go the opposite direction. Okay, we got that one. Move down to this one, poke it in, pinch it, like so. You did that one already. You just have to fold the front one backward and top one backward. So now what we have, oops, I have one little crinkle, is we have all of our folds going inward. The back one, the end one goes back, so it's inward. This one, back, so it's inward. Okay, now we're ready to put our pages together. So let me scoot that up. Okay. So lay your book in front of you like it's a book. You know, like a regular book. The direction that you're making your book. So we'll have this one here. Okay. Open your book so that it's open like this. That's what we're making. Is this right here. Okay. And we're going to make it so that our little pages come in and out. Alright, so we have our book. We open our page, first layer, fold down that flap, first flap, all the way down against it. Fold the bottom flap up this way. So now we have this one. Okay. Now turn the page, fold the top flap down. Okay. Fold the bottom flap up. Turn the page. Top flap down. Bottom flap up. Turn the page. Remember to squish down your folds so that they're nice and sharp. The more you do that, the more your book's going to open and close nicely. Top flap down. Bottom flap up. Okay, now let's go back and let's score all of our folds nice and sharp. You can use a bone folder too if you'd like. A bone folder is the historical way of doing origami. They're originally made out of bone, but now they mostly sell them, they're plastic. Okay, score it. Score your folds, score your folds, see a nice flat page. Score your folds, nice flat pages. And your front. Okay. So now here's your pages of your book for you to put things into. Here's an example of my grandsons. I'm going to put them into one of the flaps. You might want to put a poem or a drawing in one of the flaps. So it's like a little envelope page on both sides. Okay, so now we want to glue this edge and this edge onto some mat board.